We're back to a very good game I like. Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. I always love that intro. Anyways, we're back to side stories, and we're going to Understanding Part 2. Hope you guys do enjoy, and let's get straight into it. For the first time, Suri is the first to enter the club room. Anxiety could through her redemptly. Will yours show up today? Sitting at the desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy. But my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best. But I'm letting everyone down. It's always just a disappointment. Suri continues to wrestle with her self-depreciating thought. Even tiny no's cause her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. Minutes pass and nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monica. Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help those other students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. I'm gonna leave such a bad impression on the new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there. Monica rounds the corner, approaching the club room. And as she does, Yuri? Ah. Yuri jumps at the sound of Monica's voice. She's sitting outside the club room against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up. My gosh, I'm so late. I'm so sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the club room is open. It's not. Yuri stampers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the club room through the window, then looks away. Actually, I was wondering if I could help you today instead. Huh? Me? With club publicity stuff. Yes. Monica is utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden when she's so eager to spend time with Sayori before? Did they not get along after all? Monica looks into the club room herself to see Sayori sitting alone inside. Okay. It's kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy if you tag along. Me too. Monica is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. It's a little ironic, she realizes, that she could just be so conflict avoidant after having been in a debate club. Okay, let's take a walk together. I'll just have to make copies of this new flyer, then go around the billboards and replace the old ones with the new ones. Yuri nods, and the two of them set off. The two walk in silence. Without Sayori, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up conversation. So, how's everything been going? Fine. That's good. Neither of them follow up on anything more. Monica tenses up at a stint conversation. How the heck does Sayori do it? Sorry, I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight into the computer lab and worked on the flyers. Sayori told me. What did you two end up doing yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. It's really starting to feel more like a literature club now. Yeah. It's kind of fun. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of reading you were into. But, you know, it's kind of stupid of me. Because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. And it's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will have the same interests as me. But it's so cool that you were able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about that. She's not into it. Huh? She's not into it. I'm stupid for forcing her into it. Yuri falls silent again, as if she started her thought, but couldn't figure out how to continue it. Did something happen? Yuri sighs. No, it's just me. I just Yuri pauses. I'm thinking. A moment passes in silence and Yuri shakes her head. I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I don't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. If it's important to me, then you can just tell me anything. Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club, it's just an issue with me. So I feel wrong to inconvenience with you with it. Ah, Mantra pauses and thinks. Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're going to have all kinds of people joining the club, hopefully anyway. And learning about the diverse needs and interests with everyone will help me come up with the club activities that everyone can be happy with. That everyone can be happy with? Not just only some people? Of course. I need to be looking out for everyone, otherwise what kind of club would it be? I see. Yuri looks a little more relaxed. It signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs. Okay. Yuri takes a deep breath. I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about that myself. I just don't know how to connect with other people. How is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about any aberrarity topic? It can take for hours about the things that I'm into. Unfortunately, so much I just don't know when to stop. But before anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people I can't help. So it feels like whenever I'm comforted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of or taken pity on. And Suri falls into that third category. She what? Hold on, you're saying that Suri is taking pity on you? Yuri nods. I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me, or you don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Yuri is too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I pushed her into. Nobody deserved to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it. Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stopped short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original task. Mantra looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down at her fist clenched. I think you should tell her that. I should never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic. Suri is different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. So if you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen. That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to chatter up the other person's weird needs? I'm sorry, I'm making myself sound so... No, I think I started to understand. Monica hesitates to finish her thought out loud. It's something that Suri would be able to say better. Suri is someone who will give anyone, however, much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who is differently accepting kindness, must be driven Suri to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exacerbating the matter. Neither person is to blame, But it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better. Suri wants to be friends, I promise that. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sari, she has her own needs too. But good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. You just have to have good communication and talk about it. I don't have good communication. Yuri stops and shakes her head. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My head is it's so resistant to everything. I'm just kind of pushing away from it because of it. Yuri pauses to think. I'm so tired of this cycle I'm creating for myself. I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I just push them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me. Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales. I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole vending session. I understand now that I just need to communicate with her. You're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? You're just helping make the club a better place for everyone. Yeah. Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something. This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know about people? So thank you. Anytime. Monica smiles at Yuri. Just for a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monica's gaze, returning a shy smile for her own. Is that it? Oh, it's not. Yuri and Monica finish replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monica's mostly did all the work while Yuri followed along. But as the club room once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation. I can't do this. Yes, you can. It will be great. Yuri sighs and shakes her head. I'm never going to feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will. Yuri starts towards the door, but then turns to face Monica. You're going to wait outside, are you? I can take a walk. Want me to go get a coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. I like to make my own though, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose that one downside is reading here in the club rather than at home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sir, I guess that has nothing to do with this. You know, now that you mention it, I bet we could get permission to keep stuff for tea in the club room. You can use an electric kettle to heat up water, right? Would that really be possible? I'll look into it. I think it works. It would be great. Yuri smiles and nods in the thought. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck. Monica waves at Yuri and then around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smiles fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea is enough to save her from anxiety from a task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the clubroom door. Yuri? Wait, hold on, I'm not done yet. Hey, so Yuri shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers, her words suddenly caught in her throat. At the moment, she realizes how Sarah has been spending her afternoon. I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first. But I got most of the way through it. And look! Sarah holds up a sheet of paper. It's a page of notes, beautiful, produced with indentation categories and even coloring codes. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair. I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me, so I've been trying really hard. Stop. Yuri pressed her fist against her forehead. Please stop. I can't take this. Yuri? Yuri's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting. I'm sorry. Yuri looks away in guilt. Did I do something wrong? I don't understand. So if I did something wrong, please tell me. Sherry shakes her head. No, it's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. I just want to be, I just want my friends to be happy. So I thought that if we did something together that you would really like, I don't want your pity. Why did I do that? Yuri sinks to her knees, her voice squeaks. I'm sorry. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard just to articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from this? Yuri's mind pounds with intentional accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Syria or the rest of the world. She should leave, just escape from here, before Monica sees her like this, and before Sari tells Monica what she did. But before Yuri can put any strength into her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrapped around her from behind. It's okay, Sari whispers in a soothing voice. It's okay. It's okay. Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sari's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying to get all of her willpower to control herself. I understand. I understand that the things you're feeling in your head are different from the things that you're trying to say. I know you must be what you're feeling right now. I promise I understand that. So I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings and we'll talk about them together, okay? Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts, then speaks while steadying her voice. I think that I've gotten used to people being weirded out by me. That it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people. So it makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am. Yuri pauses, but Sari doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue. I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought that it was finally a chance to make friends through my interests. Because my interests are the only thing I know how to talk about. It's all I have going for me. But whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessive in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person. But how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with people and stop ruining things for myself. That's all. Yuri finishes her thought, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Suri, who can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realizes that as well. Thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better. You know, you're going to be a great help. You're going to be great at helping me while you were reading. So I'll help you with the things that you need, too. But I feel like it would just be frustrating for you, with how much patience I require sometimes. That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid that you would get frustrated with me. But I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have lots of patience. Yeah, I know, but my irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right? Yeah, irrational fears. Well, you know, there's no way you could frustrate me because I already like you as the person that you are. I know you said that you have a hard time believing that, but I promise that it's true. You don't have to be a social person for people. I like you. I You're really considerate in your own way, you know, worrying so much about people's feelings. We're all kind we're all kind of weird. It's a literature club. But it's the best part that we're all different and have different interests. Like about the book. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise that what I really want. It's a bit of struggle, but try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, I could never discover new things if we didn't try them first, right? I want to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can just say that. But I'm glad that I tried it and learned about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart. And I want that to rub off on me. Yuri fights back with a smile of commitment. Already a heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the careless of Sari's arms. Your hair is so pretty. I always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off. Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels okay just listening rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing. Suri, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to relax around other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that deserves to experience. Well, then, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading. That's what I wanted to hear. But we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended. Of course. I'm not gonna judge anything this early on, though. So, we'll see what happens. Oh, and, it's not good to touch people without their consent first. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Oh, you didn't. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying, I'm back. Montra's back. I haven't seen you, like, at all recently. Suri trots over to Monica. Ah, she whispers loudly. Can I hug you? Sure, Sari. Suri wraps her arms around Monica. Oh yeah, Yuri, it might be good to know. Suri can be kind of a hug monster. Hey, don't call me a monster. Artemius is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, I could spell disaster. Yuri laughs. Monica perplexedly looks between the two of them, then smiles. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far. It's like our first real activity of the literature club. About that. Well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests. I think that it would be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you and learn about the things that you like. Yes! Do you like poetry? Yuri smiles. Wow. That was a good one. But up next is respect. It looks like we're getting the last character of the four. So I hope you guys did enjoy Understanding Part 2. Like to subscribe for more. Have a good day. And as always, bye-bye.